Welcome back, everybody. We have another Minimate review. This one is nothing short of a miracle when it comes to Minimates that it actually got made. Um, just a little history. This wave of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was made, and then just didn't they didn't think the sales would be good enough. Originally, they came out with the 2003 series or something like that, or maybe it was the late '90s series. It was the Nickelodeon one, the first one. And they came out with quite a few waves of those guys, and we got some pretty cool figures and accessories and stuff. But it never really, it got big and died out, and they're completely. None of those Minimates are worth much of anything cost wise if you ever want to go back and collect them. But next they were going to come out with this. Was it '89? I think when the series started, or '88 maybe, '87. I can't remember. But the I guess I would call this the '90s animated, Turtles. They came out with these guys and they just ended up canceling them right away, which is too bad because it's a pretty stellar wave. This is everything that they had tooled and announced and everything else. And this was a dream wave for me. I have said, since it got canceled, I have said, next to DC Minimates, I wanted these to be made the most, because this is it right here. This is peak Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to me. For as much as I love some of the other versions we've had of them, this is it right here, and this is the perfect wave. And even looking at it now, we have the Blimp here, and you get you get two heroes, three villains. The next wave, the Technodrome, we get two heroes and three villains, and then the last one we get three heroes and two villains, and it's just three army, an army builder with with each one of these packs. They really did an outstanding job, doing the character breakdown of these. I actually ended up ordering two of the Blimp set. I wanted to see how ordering from Diamond Select worked versus like the traditional Luke's Toy Store. And I have the one from Luke's Toy Store. I have not received the one from Diamond Select yet. So sticking with Luke's Toy Store, if that's, and I think that's how most toy companies are, is they fill the vendors first before their own. But I figured I kind of wanted 4-foot soldiers. I may as well order this first one, and maybe just try to sell the other figures on eBay or something. But just figured it'd be kind of a little bit expensive, but necessary experiment to have those two, order from different places and see which one arrives first. Again, stellar box set on each side. You got April on this side, Donatello on that side. Now, when you pull it apart, let me hear. Come on. Yeah, it's a slide top. I'll show you that in a second here, but I wanted to get these pulled apart. There it is. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, once you pull it apart, you see the villain on each side. No foot soldier, but that's slip top. You can see everybody in the bubble, whatever you want to call it, the plastic, the window, the plastic window or whatever. This April did come like that. I am curious what other accessories we're going to have. I kind of forgot after they announced them what we're all getting. But so far, this is just a absolutely, amazing looking box set. Looking great. Let's look at a tray shot real quick. So here's our tray shot. Looking at it, this is the right amount of accessories. I wouldn't say they went above and beyond for it. But everybody's got some kind of accessory, which is nice. It's really nice they included that microphone for April. They got a gun and a sword for the foot soldier, extra hairpiece for Shredder. Got to have Donatello's staff. I really wish they would throw the Mousers in. They can't cost that much to produce. Just throw like two Mousers. throw in two Mousers in every pack that you come out with for turtles, because monsters are one of those things where you could probably have 50 of them, given the size that they are, and you could still fill up your picture with them. But they're kind of hard to come by. I don't think I have very many. I think I only have like 3 or 4, but they're an accessory that I think would be easy enough for them to throw in. And then you can never really have enough of. Like, I really appreciate that. But it is what it is. It's still a great set. Like I said, it doesn't. I would say this is a very fair amount of accessories. Not getting ripped off. Not below. Not above. Just fair. So, anyways, let's get a closer look at them. All right, so here they are. This is just a beautiful set of Minimates. I absolutely love it. I am so grateful to finally get these. I just can't believe that they finally got made after being canceled for, God, it could have been like 5 years, and they finally brought them back. So fortunately, the original 90s action figure set did really well. The VHS set did really well. That are, those figures are more based on the actual action figures themselves. Did well enough to bring this back, and I think that's should have been more of the way to go, in my opinion. Before that other Nickelodeon show, Turtles came out, would have been to have these. I mean, people my age are the ones who are spending the most money on nostalgic toys, I think. So would have been a better way to go. But yeah, they're just absolutely gorgeous. So let's look at them one at a time. Yeah, so they just did a perfect job with these. The foot soldier with the long head, zombie, whatever the cyborg, whatever these things are. Yeah, they did such a good job with that. Their gauntlets too, that they're way longer than the normal Minimate gauntlet. They've made some of those in the past that may have been good enough, but they really went all out with that. I'm pretty sure that's a new piece. Colors are beautiful on these things too. I will say that. Yeah, just great figure. I can't wait to have 4 of these. Yeah, and of course, Bebop is absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of tooling that went into it with the new head, and the shoulder pads are part of the torso, but the whole torso area is pretty awesome. I don't remember if the chains around his wrist, if that's new or else if that's old, but getting 2 of Bebop's, that would look pretty good on like Luke Cage or something like that. But yeah, just a great all-around figure. We have the classic gun that came with the action figure. It's chrome this time instead of kind of that dark molded plastic like it was in the action figure. But yeah, looking good, looking real good. Then of course we got Shredder. Yeah, it's kind of nice that this version of Shredder they gave us, his arm gauntlets are a lot smaller, like the one from the 90s. First of all, I actually love that figure, but the the late 90s or early 2000s, whatever, we already got the figures for the Nickelodeon. I can't remember what they always call that version of the Turtles, but his arm gauntlets are just massive, which I'm sure that's how that cartoon was. But it was definitely nice to get it downsized for this figure. But again, colors look great. He looks really good. They gave us a hair piece for him. Honestly, nothing special. It's a hair mold that we already had. I don't remember, it's been so long, but his face was not scarred on the cartoon, I guess. Usually is in every other single media, but again, I watched the show religiously when I was a kid and it came out. I was a huge fan. I had almost all the toys, but I do not remember if Shredder's face was scarred in that cartoon like it was in the 1990 movie or any of the other forms of media that he's been in. But yeah, anyways, still a nice looking face. But anyways, let's go on to the next figure. And April looking just like she should. Yeah, great looking figure, exactly what you'd want out of an April figure, including that microphone that was originally with Dazzler, that of course is a very nice addition to this. I'll have to try to make a Vern. Was that the cameraman's name, Vern? I'll have to try to make one of those figures just so I have a cameraman. But yeah, thanks for doing us a solid and getting us that microphone, because having to dig out the Dazzler one whenever you'd use that for a shot. Don't have to do that. It's nice that they included this. So let's go to the last figure. All right, so here we got Donatello. And I was looking at, the original figures when they had them announced at San Diego Comic-Con before they were canceled. And I did notice that each of these figures, each of the turtles came with an extra head. That is no longer the case, which is kind of a disappointment. We had a happy face for each of the characters, and then we had like a yelling face for each of the characters, and it's kind of disappointing we don't have that anymore. I'll have to see with the old turtles if there's any color matching heads that have different expressions, but that would have been a nice touch, and it's only an extra head. It wouldn't have been that much to add it to it, but otherwise these are just beautiful looking figures. Like, I just compared to the old TMNT, which actually mine are buried right now, I believe. But the old TMNT, the ones that they came out with in previous years, they were super bulky. Like, their feet were huge, their arms were huge. There's just a lot going on with those to where there's no articulation possibilities with them. And especially with like the feet and arms and stuff, these figures are just so much better compared to the other Nickelodeon version. Even the original action figure versions that came out with that VHS, even the knee pads on Donatello are much larger on that action figure version, and I just love the look of these, and they turned out great. Like, I'm just so happy we're finally getting these. So yeah, Donatello looks great. Definitely happy. Can't wait for the the Technodrome's coming next, and the Party Van eventually. And who knows, maybe these will do good enough to where, God, maybe we'll get another set or something with, maybe the Turtles in the trench coat and a few other characters like the Rat King or something like that would be pretty great. So. But yeah, absolutely loving this 5-pack. But I think really it's time to set them up for some pictures. So let's do that real quick. All right, so basically we're going to do the easy one first. Basically, April O'Neil doing a news show with the Foot Soldier and Bebop in the background. And basically I'm going to crop it down from above her waist, have those guys in the background kind of blurred out or whatever, and then I'm actually going to take like a breaking news, what would you call it, just kind of like the bottom line, the runner on the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to Photoshop one into this picture and then get her name on there and stuff. I think that would look pretty cool. But yeah, not bad for my first TMNT 90s cartoon picture. Yeah, just got the bank background and the street, and it turned out pretty good. So very happy with it. Let's go on to another picture. Okay, so yeah, we got to get a villain's shot. So we have Shredder kind of doing a cool pose on having Bebop and the Foot Soldier in there in the background, on basically just kind of filling in a Technodrome looking background with this big screen here. And then, these science-y platforms, just kind of space-age platforms in the background and stuff. So, turned out pretty good. These pillars here, those came from Luke's Toy Store. The actual background is from, I've used it before. It's from one of those role-playing video games where you have the little statue of the Marvel characters, and then you take a picture of it with your Xbox or whatever, and then this is just a background that came with them. One of the better purchases I've got for backgrounds. But yeah, and then just kind of these other assemblable, space technologically advanced platform stairs and stuff. So, but yeah, kind of a cool picture of these three together. Turned out pretty good. So let's go on to another picture. Yeah, so I just thought this would be kind of a fun picture to take of Bebop. I have this building that has a no trespassing, loitering, forbidden by law, violators will be prosecuted sign on the side of a building, and I just figured I would get, Bebop in a cool pose next to it. Whereas Donatello is my first turtle, actually Bebop was my first villain that I owned, and him and Rocksteady were actually really solid toys. Shredder was god-awful, was a horrible figure, but Bebop and Rocksteady were really, really cool. Actually, I went, probably about 2 years ago, I sold all my TMNT, like really just went through and put them back together and sold them, and the only two that I think I kept were Bebop and Rocksteady in their car, the convertible. If you guys know what the hover car was, that was one cool vehicle, that came with these guys. So great to have him. The Jada Toys TMNT van, maybe they'll come out with a convertible someday. I doubt it, but that would be pretty rad. So, but yeah, just kind of a cool picture of Bebop being a rebel is all. So let's go on to the next picture. Okay, so yeah, this next shot, basically we're looking at the cybernetic head of the foot soldier. And Donatello has it out, out with the wires hanging out of it and stuff, and April's there too, and he's just basically telling her that, yeah, these are, cybernetic machines, not humans, whatever, just kind of fill in the blank. And just kind of giving him the old Donatello background with computers and electronics. And I did throw that arcade game in there just for a little bit of something different or whatever. It's got pizza on it and stuff, so it's kind of perfect, actually. But yeah, picture turned out good. Let's do one more shot before we call it a video. Okay, so yeah, this will be a really good thumbnail shot for my video because I got all 5 of them in there, and basically we have... basically we have Donatello taking on all of them. We're taking on a foot soldier with Bebop and Shredder with April held captive in the background. And just kind of, this is going to be cropped, nice and tight where you're not going to see the stands or anything, and we'll get all 5 of them in there. So I usually try to, if we have a thumbnail picture, I try to get everybody in there if I can, just to show everybody who's all in those pictures. I don't think on Transformers I did that. I think on Transformers, like, RC made it in there and Thundercracker didn't. But yeah, this turned out really good. Very happy with it. Yeah, not much else to say except for this is pretty awesome. This is one of the more exciting, Minimate waves we've had in a while. I can't wait to get the rest. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get the other 10 figures. So anyways, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video for my Instagram and Facebook page, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.